Hello, and welcome to another Pantyhose talk. And this week's video will be about, as you can see in the picture, uh, in our efforts to catalog every single type of pantyhose. Today's type of pantyhose, you can call it that, or nylon thing, it will be bodysuits and nylon bodysuits and nylon cocoons. Well, first, I just want to say if you see like a lack of pictures trying to when I talk about certain types of bodysuit and not like a cocoon. Again, I gotta be careful with the pictures I use for my thumbnail and in the video because YouTube is YouTube. I'm trying not to get all my videos at least either age restricted or even strike stricken. So I really have to be careful. So if you see if there's a lack of pictures, that's the reason. I hate saying that all the time, but something that must be done. And yeah, so with that out of the way, I'm just gonna talk about some nylon suits and nylon cocoons. First, let's do let's just go with nylon suits or nylon body suits, or different ways to say it, because they do have several types. There are different types. Hopefully, with if the YouTube doesn't do YouTube things, the first picture you should see it'll be a nylon bodysuit. Also, before I even start, sorry, if some of the suits look more like spandex suits than nylon suits, again, I want to get a certain type of I want to get a picture in the video. So this is me trying to circumvent YouTube. So if they look a little bit more like spandex than nylon, nah. And sometimes even when you're looking for nylon bodysuits, you get some spandex, or even they'll say it's pantyhose when it kind of tells more spandex than nylon. Anywho, with all that out the way, let's start with nylon bodysuits. There are different types of them, so let's first start with the most obvious one. This is you're completely covered from head to toe in nylon. Your face, the head, the hands, the body, and the feet. This is the most common one when you even try to look them up in Google. This is you probably get this easier than anything else because they also, as I mentioned with the spandex thing, their spandex suit usually are the same. You cover from head to toe with spandex. And the nylon variation will be instead of spandex, it will be nylon. This is the I know in my own experience, I have worn with a partner that was nice enough to have suits. A variant of a nylon suit, and it's very great. This is to me, I guess, the holy grail was nylon fetishes because literally covered from head to toe in nylon, and our favorite fabric. So yeah, that's one iteration of the nylon suit. The other, just it depends on like some it'll be different in ways like what's included, not included. The second variation will be covered from head. The whole body's covered, but it has no head, so you can see. I've never tried a spandex, but I imagine since spandex is more like thick, it'll be hard to see. But and then if it's nylon, if you ever put a nylon over your head, it's not great vision, but you can see. So in the variation from your head to toe, you can still see. But if you don't like that, you can also try to look for the variation that from feet to hand and body is all nylon, but it leaves your face uncovered. If you're more into that, then the last variation is usually there is a variation with the feet's not covered, the hands not covered, and the head's not covered, or the head's covered but not the feet and hand. Those are the different ways of different nylon suits. Again, if you want to try these on, be sure there are nylon suits. Like even when you're buying from Amazon, they'll say it's nylon, but always look at what the materials are. They'll say the polyester, spandex, yada yada. It's easy to confuse the two. I mean, confuse them because they kind of look the same. But usually, you could, if you're into nylon or spandex or that, you could from just glancing, you know more type or less what's the material. And to me, this is again the holy grail of for nylon fetishes is literally covered from head to toe in nylon or some variation. I remember I had a partner, was a regular. He was the first one that introduced me. I knew, kind of knew about them, but I never had somebody to try them with because I personally do have like but they're four spandex suits. I do enjoy spandex, some here and there, and they're especially if you had the one with the head covering your head. It's a bit tricky to get into them. If you have a partner, obviously it's a lot easier. We helped each other getting into the suits. We had our fun, as you say. Yeah. If you haven't tried a nylon suit, I definitely recommend it. It is very fun. Kind of hard to move around here and there, and again, depending on what variation you get, hard to see, whatever. And very hard to repair if you get mad when your pantyhose get cut up, a hole, whatever, ripped. You're gonna get real mad when one of these suits that do get ripped because they're very costly, obviously, and sometimes it it hurts more when your nylon suit rips. Even this is one of the stories my partner I had told me that he had one or two suits, and one was basically dead. Because it's just ripped real bad. So you just be real careful if you're buying a suit and this is your first time. If you're a veteran, you already don't know all this. Make sure you get the right size because sometimes even when pantyhose don't fit, they can still use them. They're not hard to move. But from experience, I will tell you, if luckily the suit that he had covered me well, but even he told me that get that suit right because it's gonna be a pain in heck to put them on and move around and have do your thing. That is nylon suits. Now let's talk about nylon cocoons. I always get this wrong because I kind of have a speech impediment. If you've been a member of this channel, you notice my vocabulary, not vocabulary, the way I speak. Sometimes I have problems on words. But the second type, nylon, it'll fall into this, but it's more. This is called nylon cocoon. Again, hopefully I'll have a picture for you to show what to give you a visual. But if not, again, I'm sorry. If they're easy to look up, you just type in nylon cocoon and you'll get. Actually, Google's very nice because obviously you can actually buy some of these suits, either the nylon suit or the cocoon from Amazon. So they do have models wearing them. They are actually covered, even though they're from underneath the suit and the cocoon. So they're not technically not safe for work. So it's a nice way to give you a visual. And I do have a nylon cocoon myself. These are, how to describe them? They're almost like a sleeping bag, but made of nylon. Some of them can go as big enough to have two people in it. They are a bag. They're not like half sleeve for your arms or legs. It's basic, depending how large you get it. Thinking of like a blanket, but all around. It's more like a sleeping bag. I like that's a better description. It's a sleeping bag made of nylon, but there's no you can sleep on them, but it's not for sleeping. It's for you, another way to experience nylon. That's not exactly the suit. The one I have is pretty big, depending on the I seen bigger than the one I have. There's enough to fit at least two people. The one I have, depending on the person's size and weight, you can I could fit two, but I think the one I bought is mostly typically for one. These are very fun. I've only used them for myself. I haven't tried it with somebody else. No, two people on inside a nylon cocoon. It's just like that. You're completely wrapped around in nylon, but it's not like really how should I say it, touching your skin as tight as a suit would be, like the nylon suit. Very, very, very fun to do. I've slapped them and and it was very, very, very pleasant experience. Not much more to say. Just be careful. They are nylon and they're a bag, basically a nylon bag. Again, actually mine that did get one hole, and look, if you know how to sew this, unlike pantyhose, people usually just throw them out when they get a ripped tear. Nylon suit, since it's so big, you could maybe, depending on how what type of should I say ripped it gets, you could sew it up. So again, it's be as always when dealing with nylon. Nylon is very depending on the opaqueness and depending on how much opaque or whatever, there is a very fragile thing. So just be careful. But it's not as bad as if your nylon suit would get a tear. That could really be a pain. Basically, I guess Nylon Cocoon in price range are basically the same as a suit. When I bought my suits and again my suits are spandex, and they usually do take a while because I buy them from Amazon. So I heard stories that people got them in 3 months. I heard stories some get them in 2 months because they're usually from overseas. Yeah, so if you do go and buy some in, I think anywhere, even if it's not from Amazon, they will take a while to get to you because they're more of a luxury item, not really like pantyhose or as available as regular pantyhose. But yeah, I think that's about does it to catalog these two great nylon products. We have two. That was nylon suits, and there's variation, and nylon cocoon. So tell me, have you tried any of these two nice nylon products, or have you been thinking of trying them on? Any thoughts? Leave them down below in the comments. I always like hearing from you, guys and gals. And as always, keep on wearing. Later.